Welcome to the pregnancy stretching and mobility workout. I say workout, but it's really just a routine to get you into moving, reducing pain and assisting your body to prepare for birth. So here, just in a tabletop position, concentrating on the breath, breathing in, allowing the belly button to fall to the floor. And then as you breathe out, pulling and hugging that baby up in towards you. Noticing here through a neutral spine, so ears, shoulders and hips are all in line. And then just adding a little bit of movement through the scapulars, so maintaining that neutral spine but rolling the shoulder blades together, trying to squeeze a banana between the shoulder blades, and then pushing your rib cage up as high as you can throughout this movement, just trying to keep the elbows as straight as possible. Moving into some hip tilts, taking a nice deep breath in as you move, before you move. So breathing in here, breathing out as you tuck the tailbone first, then vertebrae by vertebrae, rolling through the thoracic rib cage up into the head and shoulders. Take a deep breath at the top and then breathe out to relax. Breathing in, and then again, breathing out, tuck the pelvis under as you hug that baby up and in, rolling through each vertebrae into the shoulders and head, and then relax. Take a minute, just sitting back onto your heels into child's pose. If you take your knees nice and wide, just bump a little bit of space as you sit there. And just concentrate here on some nice deep breaths in through your nose for a count of 4 seconds. And then out for a count of 5 seconds. By taking a longer out breath than an in breath, we're stimulating the parasympathetic nervous system, which just allows the body to relax and begin practicing releasing oxytocin, which is that happy hormone which will help you all throughout labour to regulate your pain. So grabbing a foam roller. If you don't have a foam roller, you can use a rolling pin or just like a rolled up towel. So placing the front of the ankle onto the foam roller, then grabbing the back of the heel and just rolling that round. This is really, really nice if you're getting those swollen ankles, just to help the blood flow through the ankles. Do that for a few seconds on each side. Then roll slightly forward so that the front of the foot more near your toes is resting onto the foam roller. Here we're stretching through the front of the ankle whilst we just practice some shoulder rolls, just gaining that mobility. Shoulders up, round and back, and then change direction. Then just bringing the shoulders up as far as they can and then back down. The more we invite movement through the shoulders, the more they'll still stay comfortable, healthy, and mobile throughout your pregnancy. Then, as the stretch continues through the front of the ankle, just allowing some nice head rolls to stretch all the way and mobilize all the way through the neck and shoulders, releasing any tension that you may have, changing direction once you've done a couple. Lean forward, take the foam roller, place it onto the back of the calves, sit yourself down, and then you're just going to shift your hips from side to side. What this is going to do is just massage, again, the backs of the ankles to facilitate lymphatic drainage, to reduce those puffy ankles, and release any knots that you may have through your ankles, because the ankles and the calf muscles can get really, really tight throughout the pregnancy. So just releasing those off can really help on up throughout the body to reduce any pain or discomfort. Next, we are going to be stretching through the front of the hips, making sure the hip flexors, muscles called psoas, stay nice and elongated to give baby plenty of space. So, pop a cushion down on the floor, knee goes down on the cushion, foot up on the edge of the couch. Here, that front bone of the pelvis is just being pulled up towards your rib cage as much as possible, and you're squeezing your butt cheek of the knee that is down on the floor to feel a nice stretch through that front of your hip. If you wanted to make this easier, you would just bring your knee further away from the couch. Holding for up to a minute to elongate any muscles. Swap sides. Try and maintain the same distance of your knee from the couch on each side so that it's balanced. Have a little bit of awareness through your shoulder posture, and again, just tilt that front bone on your pelvis up towards your rib cage to really extend and feel the stretch through the front of the hips as you're holding here for, again, about a minute in order to elongate the muscle rather than just maintain. So next we're moving into the hip stretch. You can use the back of the couch here for a bit of support if you like. Pop your foot onto the opposite knee, on top of the opposite knee on your thigh, and then drag that thigh in towards you so you're feeling the stretch in the hip of the leg that is up on the knee. Hold your posture up nice and tall and lean back on the couch if you need it. Again, holding for about 45 seconds to a minute to elongate the muscle through the hip. Just note that all stretches should feel comfortable. Shouldn't feel overly strained. Keep it at a sort of 6 out of 10 in terms of intensity, because the body has an amount of relaxin, which is a hormone that, hello Dexter, that relaxes all the ligaments in your body. You don't want to overstretch any muscle. So yeah, keep it comfortable, 6 out of 10 or so in terms of intensity. Nice deep breaths. You might have to excuse Dexter here as he comes in and out of frame. Relaxing that down. Have a little dog cuddle or a cat cuddle if you've got one. So now we're doing something from the Spinning Babies, which is really, really great for just allowing balance throughout the body. Placing a cushion on the floor for a little bit of head support, elbows down onto the floor, knees up onto the couch, and holding this kind of almost downward dog position. It's a little bit more easy than downward facing dog because you're not putting that pressure through the hands. And again, you're just going to sit here, take nice deep breaths in through your nose for a count of 4. And then breathe out for a longer count of 5. And what we're doing here is, again, allowing those round ligaments either side of the uterus to balance, to allow baby to move, to get plenty of space. And it's really, really good for allowing baby into the correct position, preparing for birth. So I'd recommend, if nothing more, doing this one every day in the 3rd trimester to allow for a more natural positioning, a more usual positioning for birth. And then our final posture, we're going to be going down just into a bottom squat and hold. So variations here. If you find it difficult to get into this position, you'll put a book underneath the heels to allow, if you have tight calves, to get into that position. You could also use a bolster or even the foam roller under your bum, under your sit bones, just to kind of give you a little bit more support and comfort. So here really we just want to stay for as long as possible, for as long as is comfortable, building up the time as you go. This is really just going to help, again, balance through the hips, open the hips, create more space for baby to drop down, and also allow that pelvic floor to relax. So whilst you're in this position, just allowing the body to relax down, nice deep breaths with the longer out breaths. I'm doing this watching a bit of TV. No harm in it. So in a second we're going to do some releases around the jaw, because again, if the jaw is nice and relaxed, it's going to assist through the labour. There's a really close link between the pelvic floor and the jaw. So starting off here with about a 6 or a 7 out of 10 pressure, find the edge of your jaw just below your earlobes and rub as if you're moving the skin either side of the jaw. Thanks. Beautiful view, Dexter. Thank you. He obviously needs some love and attention. So just doing one side at a time here if 2 is too much. As you repeat this, you will actually notice it gets less and less uncomfortable. Now moving into the TMJ, which is a joint in the jaw. It's where if you bite down really hard, you'll feel a muscle into the jaw, holding your lower jaw to your upper jaw. So just using your index fingers on either side, massage again, 6 or 7 out of 10 pressure to release those muscles. Nice relaxed jaw in labour means nice relaxed pelvic floor and bump coming out easily. Final one here in this position, just stretching through and again doing that light massage, 6 or 7 out of 10 into the back of the head. It's really nice if you're getting any neck or shoulder pain, and actually really good to continue when you're breastfeeding or carrying baby and you get tired neck and shoulders. So yeah, that's it for today. Just hold that bottom squat position as long as you feel comfortable and build up as you go. Any questions, contact me directly.